here named Dia, and thank you so much for talking to me because I know this is such a difficult evening for you.
It's terrible. I must say, it's just a terrible night.
I'm so sorry for your loss, and you and so many people in the crowd are just in grief, so we just want you to know that our hearts are with you. Tell me what your king means to you, what he meant to you.
He's a father. He is like a father. I must say, he is really a father. He's not believing God. He's not a soft nation. He's just a father to everybody. A father who worked every day for the past 70 years without holiday.
Before we proceed to the item on our agenda, it is my sad duty to pay tribute to the memory of the late King of Thailand, His Majesty Bhumibol Adulyadej, who passed away on Thursday, 13th of October, 2016, and who passed away on the 13th of October, 2016. His late Majesty the King reigned for 70 years, making him one of the longest-serving monarchs in human history. He was revered by his people and admired throughout the world for his grace, dignity, and humility, and steadfast dedication to his country and people. At his coronation, he declared, "We shall reign with righteousness for the benefits and happiness of the Siamese people." It was a commitment he worked tirelessly to fulfill throughout his life. The king was beloved as the people's king, and through the thousands of development projects that he initiated over his lifetime, he oversaw a period of profound social, economic, and development transformation across the country, significantly improving the livelihoods and well-being of the Thai people.
And on behalf of this group, I wish to offer our sincere condolences to the royal family and people of Thailand on the death of His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej earlier this month. His Majesty guided the Kingdom of Thailand with dignity, dedication and vision throughout his remarkable 70 years on the throne. His Majesty spent years of his reign touring Thailand's agricultural provinces, meeting local people, visiting rural projects and asking local leaders about the challenges to their lives. His Majesty led development programs in the poorest parts of the country and was a keen supporter of advanced agriculture and sustainable development. The mark of this work can be seen across Thailand today. His Majesty was also a talented musician and patron of the arts. He was an accomplished painter, photographer, composer and saxophonist. For many years, His Majesty broadcast a live music concert for his people, performing with a jazz group in the studios of the Royal Radio Station.
On behalf of the United States, I wish to convey our deepest and most heartfelt condolences to Her Majesty, Queen Sirikit, her children and grandchildren, and to the people of Thailand on the passing of His Majesty, King Bhumibol Adulyadej. His Majesty was not only a lifelong friend and partner to the United States, but he also had deep personal ties to our nation. The King's parents met in Cambridge, Massachusetts, where both were studying medicine, his father at Harvard and his mother at Simmons College. His Majesty only lived there as an infant, but his presence is still very much felt in Cambridge. I can speak with a bit of authority on this subject because before I had the privilege of serving in the Obama administration, I was a professor in Cambridge at Harvard's Kennedy School of Government. And my walk to and from campus often took me through King Bhumibol Square, which sits adjacent to the Kennedy School and was named in honor of his birth. Walking through King Bhumibol Square, it is not uncommon to see Thai people who had come to pay homage to His Majesty, taking photographs next to the plaque bearing his name in the square. There are several places like that in Cambridge. In the nearby Brigham and Women's Hospital, where His Majesty's mother once worked, hardly a day goes by when Thai visitors do not come bearing gifts, flowers, or small handwritten notes. That is the kind of devotion His Majesty inspired in the Thai people.
Hey!